to Penchak Sports Network. This is our football podcast. It's a part of the Kiski Area Football Kickoff Week. My name is Nathan Penchak alongside Robert Penchak.
Hi, guys.
And we are ready to start. We got a lot to get through tonight. We'll get right into it. Our first point here is going to be a new classification sections in the WPIAL. Got realigned in March, and with the season just a few weeks away, we'll get you ready to see who moved and how we feel about the competition. So, if you would like to start.
All right. So here's some of the movement of teams into different classifications. Trinity's in 5A. Thomas Jefferson's bumping up into 5A. Same with West Allegheny. Shaler's dropping down. South Fayette, Kiski, and they're all dropping to 4A. I believe Central Valley was...
I think they're coming up.
They came up because they were in 3A. Belvern and West Mifflin bumped down. Our Lady of Sacred Heart, I believe, bumped up. That's about it. That's the notable ones. The rest...
Yeah, the rest are lower classifications that we are not worried about in this show. If you notice, no teams were moved up to 6A, so that puts the count on Class 5A to 19 teams. There was a few like shifts, like we traded off with. Wait, let me pull that back up. There was like West Allegheny, Thomas Jefferson, and Trinity canceled out pretty much all the movements, so. Same amount of teams. But no Pine Richland, Peters Township, Upper St. Clair, none of them went up. So 6A remains at 7 teams. If you would like to get into that, how do you feel about the 6A this year?
It's going to be Central and then everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, their O-line's averaging, I think, 6'6", 285. There's 3 seniors, I believe a junior and a sophomore. 3 seniors, one's going to Ohio State, one's to Penn State, one's to Notre Dame, and the 2 underclassmen have offers from Pitt and Syracuse,
Virginia Tech.
And Virginia Tech. So I'm sure they have got more coming as they get older. So that's crazy. I mean, North Allegheny's always in the mix. It's probably going to be those 2, would be my guess at the end. But I think Seneca should be decent. Hempfield should be decent. And I think Mount Lebo's probably 7th out of all the 7 teams, but Central's just miles ahead of everybody else.
Yeah. So 6A, really hard.
Central will be good till, honestly, probably the state title game, and then they'll have to play St. Joe's Prep, and then they probably won't beat them, but
yeah, if you want to watch a game that's happened like 5 years in a row, go ahead and watch the 6A state championship game. Move to 5A. So for each section, select a team out of there that you think is going to take away that, like win the section, I should say.
So section 1, I would say Penn Trafford or Gateway. I mean, Woody High's in there too, but they've been down. Not that they're not still good, but I would probably lean towards Penn Trafford.
Yeah.
Second section, Pine Richland. Kasparowicz is back at he's at North Hills, which is where he started everything in high school. But I'd say Pine and then probably Moon. And then section 3.
I'd probably go Peters Township.
Peters Township, Upper St. Clair, Thomas Jefferson. Bob Palco's back at West Allegheny. I mean, he's at West A. He's won 9 WPIAL titles. Bill Sherpack at TJ's won 10. They're the top 2 guys in the history of the WPIAL with championships. So that might be a game to watch. But I would probably say Peters and TJ will fight that one out.
Thomas Jefferson, too, they be their first year inside 5A, so maybe they can cause a little bit of action. So we'll follow to Class 4A now, which is our new home. Used to be 5A, which I still like 5A, but 4A, Kiski fell down, so here we are. Section 1. I think we all know who's going to win that section.
Yeah, unfortunately, McKeesport's really good.
Especially with Spell as a senior now, it's going to be really hard to give them a loss. Moving in Section 2, we gotta have to get
Section 2 is like insane.
Yeah.
I mean, Central, Mars, Montour, Newcastle, they're all probably, that.
Kind of feel bad for Blackhawk, I'm not going to lie.
I would go with Newcastle and then Central Valley.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Section 3.
South Fayette, Uniontown should be decent. Ringgold should be decent. Albert Gallatin, Laurel Highlands, I'd see they'd be on the lower half. Char Valley, yeah, I would say South Fayette is going to win that one.
Yeah, that is those are your updates for those new classifications and sections. You heard our predictions of who's going to win. We'll see in about, I think it's like 11 weeks whenever the season is wrapped up, and we'll see if those predictions are right. So, any other things in that category?
No, I mean I feel we'll break it down when we go through Kiski's schedule.
Yeah, that has its own section. It's so important here. We'll move into our schedule. So, it's the Kiski schedule is coming up. This schedule is we went through and selected a game each week that we're going to call the big game each week. That I think if you are, you don't support one team, I think you should try to make an effort to go to some of these games because I think they're going to be pretty good. Now, some of them I might have missed, but I think for the most part, if you want to start with week 0.
You did this list.
Yeah, I did most of the list, yeah.
Norwin at Penn Trafford. I mean, they're neighboring districts.
I feel like the rivals are going to be high. They're both pretty big
And I
schools.
believe Norwin's, their stadium's not complete yet, so I think they're playing, I don't know if they're playing all their, what would be their home games at PT, but I think they are this year.
Yeah, that's probably right. So that could, that's how close they are. So I think that's going to be a really good game. I feel like they're both really solid teams.
Yeah.
So, and our week 1, which this one I had a really hard time selecting. I went with Peters Township at South Fayette. I know South Fayette's smaller, but I still feel like that's just going to be a competitive game. I think it's going to be close.
Yeah.
I think this one was pretty easy to select on 9/11, which is pretty cool. It's Pine Richland at Central Catholic. Last year, it was an electric game. I think Central won by a few points.
I thought you said that was the one where they smoked them.
No, that was Pine Richland and North Allegheny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pine Richland's going to be really good. They got a good quarterback. Central's got a good quarterback. That should be a really good game. Well, you know where they're playing that at? Probably Duquesne.
It's at the new Central Catholic Stadium. The Steelers fully built it. Insert a picture right now. It's not on the campus. I'll show you.
I was gonna say because it's not. They don't have a lot of real estate down there.
No, it's.
I mean, they have a field behind the school, but
it is. Oh, they actually painted the field. Nice. So it is this. Nope, that's not it. Maybe I should add PGH. Central Catholic. It is this field. They just put it in. Yellow end zone. Steelers logo.
What part of the city?
I am not sure what part of the city. It's right here. According to Central Catholic, they will play home games at the new Hazelwood Green Stadium.
Okay.
So there you go, Hazelwood Green Stadium.
Might have to go check that out.
Yeah, looks pretty nice. But yeah, so they actually have a sort of a home field now, I guess. So yeah, that's where that'll be played. Last year it was played at Carnegie Mellon. So, which I think the attendance is still going to be low because the stadium doesn't look huge, and they expect like thousands of viewers at that game. So
yeah, I'm sure it'll be on TV.
It's going to be tight. Yeah, it'll be on TV. So we'll move into week 3. This game, I feel like it might be good. Shaler at Plum. Not much to say. Shaler's a good team.
Plum will be decent. Plum is probably that next level after in 5A after like Pine and Penn Trafford, TJ Peters, and Gateway. They're probably, I'd put them in the top 10 rankings. Probably like 9 or 10, but Plum's going to be decent. And then Shaler, obviously they beat us in the playoffs last year down there.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't pick them just because of that.
Yeah, I'm hoping Plum wins as well. But we move into week 4. I think this will be a really good game. Peters Township at McKeesport. They're both big powerhouses, and they're in different conferences, which is kind of cool. Peters Township's the defending WPIAL champions, and then McKeesport's got the best running back in the country. So,
yeah,
I think that's pretty self-explanatory there. Week 5, you got Seneca Valley at Hempfield.
That's going to be a big game just because I foresee Central and NA being the top 2 in 6A, and I think that's 3 and 4. I think whoever wins that's going to have a leg up on the other one.
Really good for seeding, so that's why I picked that one. This one we drop a little bit. I got Avonworth at Shadyside, which Avonworth, I think they're defending. No, did Seton LaSalle win?
I don't know that, Nate. Sorry.
I don't remember. They were at the WPIAL championship game, so. And then you got Shadyside. Shadyside, they recruit, so. And I feel like they're a pretty good team. So, yeah, I put that one on there. And I was going real big schools. I figured we had to throw in smaller ones there at one point. Our next game, we got week 7. I got Newcastle at Mars. I feel like that's going to help a lot. I don't know if you have anything to add to that.
Well, I mean, that's the two of the top teams in that section. What is that, section 2, 4A?
Mm-hmm.
So I think Newcastle probably has the edge, but from what I'm hearing about Mars, obviously they got a new coach coming in this year, but they're just going to be tough.
Yeah. Then we round to, which this game, I don't really know how I put it on here, but North Allegheny at Mount Lebanon. North Allegheny's probably, if you take away Central, the best team in 6A. Mount Lebanon's kind of rounding out the bowl there. So, yeah, I don't know. They're big schools, at least. Week 9, I have Montour at Blackhawk. It's a section game. I feel like that'll be good. I kind of feel bad for Blackhawk this year because they're in a really rough section.
Yeah, I would say the other 4 teams in that section are going to be ranked.
Yeah, so I
mean, they're going to beat each other up, but they'll still be, I'd say 3 of them will at least stay in the rankings.
Yeah.
Would be my guess.
So that wraps it up for big games. Do you have anything else to add in there?
No, sir.
Nope. All right. So we'll move into our key players for the year. Players you want to look out for. I'll start off with Nick Anderson. Obviously, Kiski Area O-lineman going into his junior year. He's definitely a threat to teams that face him. So I think that's an obvious one. We have an interview. We had an interview yesterday with him. So if you missed that, go ahead and watch it. It was a good one. But yeah, anything else to add there? 13 Division I offers.
Nah, he's a good kid. He's good size, good footwork. I mean, he's fun to watch, and I'm glad we have 2 more years of watching him. And he did make the 2028 class ESPN 300. Came in at 206 as an offensive lineman, and I think they have him ranked like the number 10 guard in that class. But he'll just keep moving up. Yeah. I mean, he's a solid kid. He's gonna pick wherever he wants to go. He's got all the big schools. Yep.
And more to come for sure. You've heard this name a few times tonight, but Keemon Spell committed to Georgia to play currently. He did uncommit from Penn State, so you never know what he's going to do. McKeesport running back.
He's going to Georgia.
I mean, yeah, he's going to Georgia. I think
he decommitted when they got rid of Franklin at Penn State, but
yeah.
I mean, Georgia's, yeah.
Yeah. Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama, Penn State. Yeah, solid there. That's where I would land. Then we got from South Fayette, another running back, Aiden Wright. He's definitely a name that you guys might not be familiar with, but I still think he's a pretty good back.
He'll get noticed.
Yeah, he would definitely will this year too. Again, I watched him actually play basketball at the WPIAL championship. But Ryan Robbins, Upper St. Clair, he's an offensive tackle. He's committed to Penn State, and he is definitely insane.
He's a big kid.
Yeah, he's huge.
I mean, he made their basketball team go for sure.
Yeah.
I think he's 6'8".
Yeah, he's insane. That's unfair.
I'm glad he's going to Penn State. So
yeah, he's really shown that too. Move into Pine Richland too. I got Ubi Strader, quarterback for the Rams. I also got to watch him, which he was pretty fun to watch. He kind of reminds me of like a Lamar Jackson, because he can like run and throw.
Yeah, I like watching. He's fun to watch.
Yeah. Except Pine Richland, man, led up a 19-0 lead and lost in the title game. But yeah. Move on. You want to finish out the last three?
Brandon Murphy at Clairton. I honestly haven't seen him play. I know he's another kid in ESPN 300 on the 2028 class as an athlete, so I have no doubt he's good. Khalil Taylor at Pine Richland. I think he's committed to Nebraska.
Yeah,
because I think they have the number 1 quarterback graduating this year in the country going there also. So that's kind of cool. And then Roman Thompson, I feel like that kid's been around forever. Like he's been on the radar since he was a freshman. So,
and I think he's just now is he a junior? I want to say he's class of 28.
I don't think. I think he graduates this year.
Okay, well, yeah, that might be right.
The whole Central team's just.
Yeah, I only added one because I was like, I could add the whole team. So yeah, I picked one. So before we leave this, we're going to go through, I think, a few people to look for in 4A. We went over Spell, we went over Wright. But I think you got the wide receiver at McKeesport, if you want to tell him more about him.
He's gone to South Carolina. Is it Javian Robinson? Yeah.
I think it's Javian, yeah.
I know. So you got him on the outside. Their quarterback, I can't think of his name. Quarterback's going to be fine. And then you got Spell in the backfield. So it's just like pick your poison. Because if you try to double, Jordan Stuvance, I think, is a QB at
I've heard
McKeesport. So it's like, what do? You try to guard against the run. And then you're going to leave him one-on-one. I mean, unless you almost have to double him or blanket him. And I'm sure they're going to move him around. I mean, that's absolutely what I'd do.
Yeah.
And
hey, any Kiski fans out there?
Should be fun to watch. And they're coming to our place this year. So
as I was about to say, they're coming here. So come watch it right in your backyard. You got any other things to add there? Anyone to look out to?
Nope. I say we just dig into the schedule.
So yeah, now and it is that time. We're going to take a quick pause from our podcast programming. Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. But it is time to debut our last interview in this week's series, Coach Timmons. I think you're really going to like it. It's only a few minutes long. After it concludes, we'll head right back into the podcast. This is right before we're going to get into the Kiski Area team in the podcast, so I figured it's a great time to throw it in. So without further ado, here is the interview. And welcome into the weight room for night 4, our last interview. I'm here with head coach of the Cavaliers, Braden Timmons. What's something about yourself?
So this is actually my 3rd year coaching. Every year that I've been coaching, I've been upgraded to a position. Obviously, with this year, getting the top of the line there as the head coach.
So we'll play right into that. Looking back, you've been on the staff for the last 2 years. What does it mean to now be the head coach of the program?
That means everything to me. It means a lot that the administration, the athletic department, and then most importantly, the guys were bought in and believed in me to be the next guy to run this program.
When you look at this team, what's your overall vision for where you want the program to go over the next few years?
I've said it since January. My vision for this program is for people, whenever they see us on the schedule, to have a little bit of fear. Not a team that people just think is going to be an automatic win every single time that you're scheduled against us. Just physically dominating people for 4 quarters is really, whether it's a win or a loss, we're putting our best effort and our best version of football out on that field.
How do you define success for this team beyond wins and losses?
So, I've heard a lot of the guys with the interviews and doing stuff throughout that. It's really how together we are as a team. Wins are going to come, losses are going to come no matter what. But at the end of the year, if we can sit here and say that we're a brotherhood and we gave absolutely every single thing that we had, that's what I define as success. Obviously, with that, guys doing well in school and being great humans outside of those white lines, that's all I'm really asking for as the head coach.
You've had the opportunity to work with this team throughout the spring and summer. What's impressed you the most about this group so far?
This group's special for the simple fact that, I can personally challenge them, whether we have not a great practice or even if we have a really good practice. My goal and my expectations are always climbing. So being able to push these kids and they always respond the correct way and move in the direction that they need to, that's been the thing that I've been most excited about since January going forward.
With the season approaching, what has to happen over these final few weeks for your team to be ready for week 1?
These last 2-3 weeks getting into camp and HEDAC and all that stuff, obviously the big one is conditioning. We have to be able to win games, tight games in the fourth quarter. Then secondly is just, clean up the little things that we installed throughout the summer, get on our details and all the little things that go that ultimately lead to winning football games.
When the season is over, what do you hope people say about this football team?
The Kiski Area changed the narrative. That's been the saying since day one, and that's what we want everybody to be saying.
Yep, and one last question for tonight. If you could send one message to Kiski fans before the season starts, what would it be?
Kiski fans, show up, be loud, be excited. There's a lot of good things going on in this program. We look forward to seeing you out on Friday nights. We're going to put out the best version of football that we possibly can. And again, we look forward to seeing you on Friday nights at home.
All right, well, that wraps up tonight's interview. Any closing remarks?
Roll Cavs.
All right, and best of luck this season, and we'll see you tomorrow for the Lift-A-Thon. And welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the interview. Thank you, Coach Timmons, for doing it. And to keep this podcast under an hour, we are going to head right back into it. Enjoy the Kiski Area section. And now we're going to move into our largest chunk of tonight's podcast. It is the Kiski Area team schedule. It's just the Kiski Area era, if you want to say that. So we'll start with their schedule. So last year was the same type of situation. You got like the 4 away games in a row, the big chunks. Same kind of effect this year. They're away for 3, home for 3. So, first 3 games of the year, we will not be at Kiski Area. So, yeah. So, we'll move into week 0, August 28th. So, just in 2 weeks, or 1 day and a week or something. 1 day and 2 weeks. And 1 day and 2 weeks. We got Gateway. It's at Gateway. Last year, it was at Gateway as well. But last year, it meaned a little bit more. It was a conference game.
Yep.
It's a section game. We ended up losing by, I want to say, a touchdown or 2, but it was close, and I want to say it was in the 30s, but don't
It was
quote
back
me.
and forth.
It was back and forth, yeah. So I think it'll be a good game as well, because I really, did they lose anyone really specific? I know their quarterback's back.
Yeah, he was hurt last year, Mason Mitchell.
I can't think of any standouts that graduated.
Their head coach has been there forever.
Yeah.
They're in 5A, so it's non-conference for us. I mean, it would be a great win to build off of and get noticed, because Gateway is going to be like probably a top 5 team in 5A this year. top 5, maybe 6. But so it's a challenge to start going down there. I'm excited though. I think I haven't been this excited for Kiski's football in a long time. So I think
it's going to be a really good year.
Yeah.
And I think that helps that is the drop down to 4A. Like, I think 5A is just out of our reach now with the skill level. So, we'll move in to September. And it is first game is away at Highlands. I feel like that'll be another good game. And the cool part is our head coach graduated from Highlands. So,
and their coach is, what the heck's his name? Matt Onalaski or something. They call him Bones. I believe he's a Highlands kid. He played at QB at UConn back in the day. So, yeah, that'll be – I mean, Highlands is 3A. We're 4A, blah, blah, blah. Last 2 years we were in 5A. The 2 years prior, Kiski was in 4A, and that Highlands was in our section.
Yeah.
Should be competitive. I mean, I think we should win that, so.
Hopefully. Next, moving on, we got an opponent we've played for like the last, I feel like, 5 years. Armstrong. It is at Armstrong on September 11th, so the same week of Pine and Central. I don't really know of any standouts that's left at Armstrong. I know their quarterback left.
Yeah, I mean I think that's a game we should win.
Yeah.
I mean Frank Fabian's the head coach. He's been there I think 11 years. Since when they opened that or created that district and brought in Katanning and Ford City and Elderton together, he's been the coach since that started. But I think we can win that.
Yeah.
I mean I'd like us to go 3-0, but I would take 2-1.
Uh-huh.
And then we roll right into Ringgold, which is still a non-section game, but they are in 4A Section 3. I think they're coming into the year, they have them ranked like sixth best team in 4A. I think they have us at 9. So it's kind of a big game because the way they're doing 4A this year, there's 8 teams that are going to make the playoffs. They're taking the top 2 finishers from each of the 3 conferences and then 2 wild cards. So, in my mind, that's almost like a section game for me because if we don't finish in that top 2, I believe Ringgold's going to be one of the teams we're going to have to battle for one of those 2 wild cards.
Yeah. I actually haven't really ever followed Ringgold until now. But yeah.
And the gist of it is like when the WPIAL sits down and puts this all together at playoff time, like they're going to love Section 2 because you're going to have Central, Valley, Mars, Montour, and Newcastle beating they're all 4 probably. They're going to be ranked in the top 10, so I don't want that to happen where they go, oh, we're taking the 2 from Section 1 and the 2 from Section 3, and then we're going to put 4 in from Section 2. So we need to beat Ringgold. In my mind, like if you can, your 4 section games and you're in Ringgold, and then we also play Blackhawk, which is still in 4A but in Section 3. You know, I'd love to go 5-1. Would be great. 4-2. I think that gets you in, but
yeah,
see how it goes.
That game is at home, so we come back home.
That's why to me that's a win for us because it's our first home game. Kids should be jacked. Hopefully they're coming down over the hill this year.
There's been a lot of it.
Not in the backside of the stadium. I didn't care for that, but looks better coming down the hill on that side. So hopefully the kids can.
And they better bring back Enter Sandman.
Talk the coaches into letting them do that.
Enter Sandman's like Kiski Area's theme song right there. It's got to come back.
And then the next week we host Plum. Again, they're in 5A, so that's a non-conference game. But
I'm curious to see what they do with Shaler, because that happens prior to our game, I want to say.
Okay.
Let me check that right now. What week is that? Week 4? Yeah, so they play week 3, so the week before.
But Plum's been solid. I mean, Matt Morgan's their coach. He graduated from Plum, went to Pitt, He was in the NFL, played for, I think, the Rams and the Bills. So, I mean, he obviously knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and I think he's big too, right? Tall.
He's an offensive lineman.
Yeah, so that's not.
Yeah, the same with the Hampton coach was in the NFL too for a squirt there. I think he was a lineman too. I think he's with the Eagles. I remember.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, Plum. I'd like to win that.
Yeah. And then the big guy.
Yeah, McKeesport. I mean, I'm not. I don't like the. I don't want to say. I think. I mean, they're going to be really good, but you never know what can happen.
Just worried about speed.
Yeah.
I think that's our biggest issue is they're just going to be fast off the ball.
Again, I mean, that's another game. Like even if we don't win and we play them competitively, that's going to go a long way because they're coming in as the top ranked team in 4A this year. So, and I know they just had a coaching change. They had some turmoil with the last guy that was there. So the new guy who's been on the staff is name's Tom Smith. His brother George Smith was the McKeesport coach for forever. So it should. I think they'll be fine. But yeah, that's going to be a tough game. That's bar none. That's the toughest game on our schedule.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And then we travel away off to Fridley Field at Hampton High School. I don't know really anything about Hampton.
Well, like I said, Steve Shulow's their coach. He played in the NFL. The only thing I'll say about that game is if we don't hear the train horn,
yeah, I mean it's gotta be.
We're gonna be good.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be there though. I don't know. Like with how their stadium is built, right on the left side, there's like 3 houses. In the one house, there was a bunch of people in camp chairs. There was just this massive train horn every time they scored and when they entered. I don't even know where the train horn was located at. I'm imagining it was on that guy's house. But it was so loud you couldn't, like the band was playing and then he'd blow it and you couldn't even hear the band. It was like they weren't even there. It was just.
So, we don't hear any trains? That's
We're good.
a W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was louder than a regular train horn. So, I don't know if you just order that off of Amazon. I'm not sure where he bought that at. But, yeah.
And then come back home the following week at our place against Shaler. And I think the boys are ready for that.
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of hype behind that game.
That's a circle game on the calendar.
Yeah, they lose on Halloween last year, playoff game. There's high tensions for that one, so.
And again, that's a big game because I would put McKeesport as the best in our section, more than likely going to win it, and then we're going to have to battle. I think Shaler. Honest Shaler, yeah. I think we can beat Hampton. I think we can beat Indiana, but yeah.
I think it's going to come down to the point system for us and Shaler. I just have a feeling.
Well, if you beat...
I guess if we beat him head-to-head.
Yeah, then
I didn't
we're
think about
second
that.
and we're in.
Yeah, I didn't think about head-to-head.
So.
All right.
And then we host Blackhawk, which, again, that's non-conference. They're in Section 3 and 4A. But that you want to win that. I think we can do that.
Yeah, I feel
because, again, when they sit down and they say, if we go 3-1 in section or 2-2, but then you beat Ringgold and Blackhawk. I mean, Blackhawk's not ranked nearly as high as Ringgold, but you take those two from those other sections, then you're trying to build your resume basically.
Yeah. And then to round off the year, which we're at Indiana, which they have Renda Digital TV. It's their network. And when there was a network there last year, they didn't have the rights to film it. I don't know if that's because of Indiana. So that'll be a question mark on the calendar if we'll be able to live stream it because of that Renda. But
okay,
that was non-related to the football game. I just wanted to put it out there. But yeah, I feel like that's a doable game.
Yeah, I think that's a W.
I feel like Indiana.
I mean, it'll be their senior night and all that good stuff.
Yeah, that's the only. Yeah.
I just think we got a better team.
I think Blackhawk would be our senior night, so
Yes.
I just realized that. So yeah, and I think is Shaler our homecoming game?
You would know that. I haven't seen how
well,
they're doing that yet.
it's either on October 3rd or October 17th, which day would be homecoming. Probably the 17th. I forget. I don't know what day it is. That's terrible, but I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but so if that's our homecoming game, Shaler.
We just need people to show up. It doesn't matter what other else is going on that night.
Well, homecoming night brings
It's
in,
busy, yeah,
brings
because a lot
in-
of it's usually sometimes it's timed up with like spring break on college, so you get the kids that
yeah.
graduated the previous year will show up at the game, but that game does bring out the crowd, but I'm hoping like they show up at every game, not just.
I think it's a year where that could happen. Like the roster's bigger, so I feel like it's possible. And yeah. Any other little thing? I do have the count. So currently, right now, Kiski Area has 8 seniors, 13 juniors, 9 sophomores, and 14 freshmen. So yeah, the freshmen make up almost. I shouldn't say make up all the team. They have the most numbers on the team than the juniors, and the smallest class there, the seniors. Another thing to throw in there, the line has 4 returning starters, so you're only losing Wilson Spencer from last year. Other than that, they all are back. And
So you have Nick Kreider,
Nick Kreider and
Levon
are all definitely
Who's the
definitely
fourth
playing. Last year it was Carrion.
one? Oh yes, yeah.
So that last spot's been up for grabs all summer.
I mean, I think that's the strength of the team.
Yeah, it is for sure. We lost a lot of our wide receiver room. I think 4 wide receivers last year were seniors that we lost.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, you have Teagan back, which in my
That's
opinion, he
huge.
was the best one in that room last year. He's going to be this year.
Yeah.
Solid line on both sides of the ball. You'll have Teagan back at one of the safety positions. Landon's good. He keeps getting better every year.
And he stated he's playing both sides now.
So I would assume he'll either be on a corner or a
I
safety.
think he's a safety.
I wouldn't want him down in the trenches.
No, I'm gonna say
Because
no.
we can't afford that. And then Taylor's back.
Yeah.
A solid freshman year. So it's a lot of good things going on.
Yeah.
And I think obviously they're going to move Teagan around. I would assume to get him open because until everybody else develops underneath him, he's going to be everybody's going to be looking for him.
Yeah.
Throw him in the slot. Put him all over the place.
Yeah. Is there anything else we should add to Kiski Area?
Nope, I think it's gonna be a good year. I mean, I would like to be 7-3. I think is a good way to start. That's what me thinking that they'll play Gateway. Top of Gateway will pull it out if you beat Gateway. Again, McKeesport's tough game. And probably Ringgold and Plum and Shaler.
Yeah. This is still football related, but they built a big building on campus right where some of the VIP parking is at games. So the VIP parking area is shrinked, which means parking is probably lessened by about 20 cars. So if you're looking for a close walk to the school, you might want to arrive to games a little bit earlier, especially on the first game because it's going to be a big game. So yeah.
Well, should be a good year.
There you go. You'll see the building, but we lost a little bit of
You can't
parking.
miss the new
Yeah,
building.
you can't. Yeah.
We gotta get Nolf on paving that
Paving the road.
behind the field behind the home stands. That'd be awesome.
Field behind it. Oh, for parking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really nice. That would because you're like right there, and then that would be really nice.
But we need to build a
Field
locker
house.
rooms and field house there
Yep.
somewhere. They got enough land. It's just a matter of, not that I want my taxes to go up, but
Well, yeah, but we have the land. That's not an issue. We buy the soccer field. We could build another 3 soccer fields. So, all right, moving on. Anything else?
no sir.
All right, so we're closing out that. Move into our power rankings. These are our predictions on the season. We went over some of our predictions earlier. These are the rankings, which I kind of threw together. You agree or you don't agree? Drop it in the comment section if anything should be shifted. Where would you like to start? 6A, 4A, 5A?
Well, 6A, I would disagree with you, but
Oh, where you?
I don't think Mount Lebanon is
Yeah,
good. I don't think they're going to be good this year.
Yeah, I actually, they have a cool name.
I mean, Central and NA, I think, are the top two, and then I think Hempfield and Seneca are going to battle it out. Norwin's always a sleeper.
Okay, so here we go. These are the power rankings. Number 1, Central Catholic. Number 2, North Allegheny. Number 3, Seneca Valley. Number 4, Hempfield. And number 5, Norwin.
Yeah, I don't agree with the bottom of your chart.
You don't agree with Hempfield, Norwin?
Mm-mm.
Where would you put? What would you switch?
I mean,
Timeout.
Hempfield and Seneca play. I would put the winner of that as third, and the loser of that fourth. And then I think Norwin will be 5. Because Hempfield is... Or, no, I'm sorry, not Hempfield. I think Seneca and Montlieb are going to have a tough time this year.
All right, so you can see we don't agree on 6A, so
No.
who knows what you'll think about the 5A. We'll go there next. All right, these are my top 4. Pine Richland, Peters Township, Upper St. Clair, and Penn Trafford. We agree.
Pine Richland, yes.
Peters and Upper St. Clair I was between, but I was like, well, I'm already putting Pine Richland over the defending champions. And so I was like, I can't put them at 3. So I was like, I got to go 2. But
well, the issue is Peters, TJ, and Upper St. Clair are all in the same section.
yeah.
So
Well, I wasn't looking at sections. I was just.
Thomas Jefferson's tough. I mean, I know they're coming up, but
Yeah.
they've been dominant for forever. And they have solid line play on both sides of the ball. Sent a bunch of kids to D1. I mean, yeah, I'd put TJ third.
Okay.
But Upper St. Clair's still going to be...
What,
The top 5 are tough.
Whoa. You just said Thomas Jefferson in 3?
Yeah. Those top 5 teams, I mean, I think Pine's the best of them all. And then Peters, Upper St. Clair, PT, and TJ are going to be that next level.
I guess. I don't know. I think I would switch.
I mean, Section 1, Penn Trafford's going to... They'll play... I mean, Woodland Hills always plays them tough, and, they got Gateway in there, but
I'd switch TJ and PT. I put Pine, Peters, Upper, and TJ, but I don't know if I could move TJ over Upper St. Clair. They're brand new to 5A, and Upper St. Clair is just a powerhouse of that. I feel like...
Yeah,
Okay, we're going to move on. So that's my rankings.
Yeah.
We'll go to... So this is 5 to 8. I have Thomas Jefferson, Woodland Hills, Moon, and Bethel. I had a hard time once I got to the 7 slot below. I thought Woodland Hills, I probably could put them lower, but I didn't know. So, yeah. And then I'll just do, I have 9 Gateway, 10 Plum. So I threw Plum in at 10. I threw Gateway.
but I think North Hill's going to be a sleeper. I think they're going to come in the bottom half of that.
I think
I don't know anything about Bethel Park.
I think North Hills will come in later in the year, like a little bit into the season, and yeah, at the lower half. Again, it's their first year back under, or not back under. Kastrovic, it's his first time ever at North Hills, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he graduated from there, and I think he's an elementary phys ed teacher there too. So
yeah,
I feel that's where he should be.
Yeah, I feel like we need to give him a year to before they are ranking up in the 5, 6, 7 above.
You never know.
Yeah,
I mean, he took Mars, and I mean, what was there?
Yeah,
4
They
years?
miss my initial top 10 power rankings. They might make it up there later. All
Hmm.
right, I'll leave it at that. Okay,
Okay.
we're moving to 4A. I should start an Instagram page just for PSN football, and we'll post power rankings every week.
Yeah. Well, we don't have rosters and all that. I need to see.
No. That like each week we'd move them around.
Okay.
Okay. This one, who knows what you're going to say about this. Top 4, here we go. We got McKeesport, Newcastle, Montour, and South Fayette. I'll go 5. 5, we have Central Valley. I feel like maybe you could switch South Fayette and Central Valley.
Well, again,
Okay, here we go. We're going to have some sleeper school.
well, in some of the other rankings I've seen, like the McKeesport's top of the heap,
Yeah.
and then I've seen them where they have Newcastle, Montour, Mars, and Central, like 2 through 5. They're all in the same section.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah, see, I didn't do that. I kept them different. And I just feel like you can't put the top 5, like 4 out of the 5 in one section. I feel like I just don't think you can do that.
But I mean,
I feel like
see, that's what I mean. We beat Ringgold. Like, we should be. I mean, the top 5, I'm not going to argue with too much about.
yeah, I feel like it's
But I mean, like 6 through 10 is going to be fluid.
6 through 10. I had another difficult time because I don't know much about Ringgold and Uniontown, but out of everything I looked at, Uniontown ranked higher than I thought. So I went 6 through 10. I went Mars, Ringgold, Uniontown, Kiski, Shaler. I could have put Shaler over Kiski, but I feel like as a Kiski student, I couldn't do that. So they're at 9. I don't like. I almost put them higher, but then I was like, ooh, I might be favoring them. Because I want to see Uniontown play before I put them. Same with Ringgold. I want to see how they play before I really shift them.
Okay.
Do you agree or no?
Yeah, I won't argue with this. They're preseason.
Yeah, they're preseason. Is there any like you notable like oh no or move up?
Well, I think Kiski's going to move up, and I think Mars is going to come down.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of was a little aggressive with Mars. I just figured they have a good system right now with Kastrovic just leaving. They still got that high level coaching.
Well, all those
And they have a good team.
top teams do. I mean,
Yeah. And I watched a 7-on-7. They did pretty good they split their team in half, and I
Who
just
did
feel like they went pretty well.
who's split them in half?
Mars, they hosted it, and Clipper
that's right,
opted
you were,
out,
yeah.
so Mars had to split their team. So yeah. Well, those are the power rankings I have. I wasn't attempting anything below her because
No.
I know schools in 3A and lower, but I don't know them well enough at all to honestly. Leechburg's right next door. I haven't watched him play a single game. That's how much low football I've watched. I've watched Avonworth, and I've watched Clairton, and any school that made it to the WPIAL championships I made it to because I watched all those, but that's about it. So, yeah. Yeah, that's that. Anything other predictions you want to throw in there?
No, I'm ready for this to get started.
Any other little things that just didn't fit in the category?
No, sir.
No, sir. All right, so we'll move into a little
Well,
bit of...
Kiski got new helmets this year. You
yeah, we saw. There's
got to come to a game to see them. But
They're
that's fine.
they're white.
Oh, you're gonna tell them.
No, I'm not gonna tell them. I'm just telling them they're white.
Okay.
They're white. Black face max or blue. I can't really tell the difference. I think it's black, but it kind of looks blue in different lighting. I don't know, but hopefully they're blue. And then you have to wait to see what the helmet looks like because I think it's still a question mark of what it could be. So yeah, but they're white. All right, we'll go a little bit over the Lift-A-Thon, which I don't have much about it because it's pretty self-explanatory. I've said it so many times, I feel like. The live stream will be on the YouTube channel. I really want to, what's the word I'm looking for? I really want to express that. It's on the YouTube channel. So another way you can access, if you go to the Instagram or any of the PSN social medias, there is a link to our link tree. When you open the link tree, there is a special link that says watch the Kiski Area Lift-A-Thon live stream here. When we are live, that'll change to live Lift-A-Thon coverage. And when you click on that, it'll take you right to YouTube and watch it. So you can access it that way. Or you can just search us up on YouTube at, Pencheck Sports Network, and it'll be there. So it's on YouTube. All right. It's 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. I know I said it's at 7 p.m. every night, which is mostly accurate, but it's not. The Lift-A-Thon starts at 5. The broadcast will start in the 10-minute window from 4:50 to 5 o'clock. I don't foresee it starting earlier, but I don't have a set time because last year they did a little meeting beforehand, and I don't know when that's going to start. So that 10-minute window, it'll start somewhere in there. It's about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Last year I want to say it was an hour and 40 with about 10 minutes on the front in the beginning and then the end for like their little meetings, I guess, after and their award ceremony. So I'd expect it to be an hour and 45 minutes. So the live stream will focus on mainly the squats and the bench press, because in the gym there's 6 racks that they face in on each other, and we kind of just hop around up and down that for about probably a solid hour. Once most of that wraps up, we'll shift over to the deadlifting, which that's kind of again in a little strip there, and then that about wraps it up. We'll have 2 segments of interviews. I'm going to try to do like 3 and 3, but I don't know when those are going to happen. Whenever the players are done with their lifting on the rest, we'll pull them over and give them a little few question interview. That's all I got.
Okay.
That's about all the info you need to know going into it. Yeah. All right.
So we're going to have a winning season.
That's a winning season, a playoff win, and playoff wins. That would be nice. Add a little S.
There has not been a playoff win since 1990. So 36 years.
Before he graduated.
Correct.
Yeah.
I was a freshman.
Yeah.
Back then.
Look at that.
So.
Full circle moment right there.
That was Dick Dilts was still around.
And now he's got a name. Wait. Does he? Yeah. Field's named after him. Couldn't think of the first name, but yeah, Dilts Field.
The first coach at Kiski, and he retired in '93, which would have been my senior year. He retired when we were done, and then from there it's been a mixture of guys. But I think we got a solid one with Braden, so we'll be good.
Yeah, and the nice part is a lot of the staff have been here, so it's like it's not all new for all the kids. It's people they know, and it's a system that was the biggest change was last year when Coach Hall came in and kind of put in that college program. The practices are ran more organized, and the lifts, and that's carried over a lot. So
yeah, should be good.
Yeah. All right. Well, that wraps it up for tonight's episode. You got anything else?
Nope. Roll calves. Let's go.
Yeah, roll calves. Be there or be square. We will see you. Too. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Was that Artman?
Artman said that one on Monday.
Good.
Again, if you missed any of the interviews, go back and watch them right now. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow at the Lift-A-Thon, 5 p.m. Don't be there at 7. You'll miss it. All right.
All right.
It's been Nate.
And Rob.
And we are signing off. Good night.